All right, this is the Blairing Out with Eric Blair show, and I'm here today at the Namm with legendary drummer of Blondie and the Ramones, Clem Burke. How you doing today, Clem?
Okay, well, the Ramones was a short-lived experience for me, so I don't know if I put that on my resume these days, but
that's a cool thing.
I am in the book. I was Elvis Ramone.
Now, you have a new band that you're doing. Tell me about the members and what's going on, the name and everything.
Well, the band is called Mad for the Racket, and we released an album in the UK on Track Records. And the band includes Wayne Kramer from the MC5, a legendary guitarist, Brian James from The Damned, who wrote some songs like Neat, 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 New Rose, which was covered by Guns N' Roses, and the bass player on the project is Duff McKagan from Guns N' Roses. And actually Stuart Copeland is on the record as well. I just did some shows in the UK with the band, minus Stuart, and actually minus Duff, with Manny from Primal Scream and Stone Roses playing bass. But it's on Track Records. I think it's getting a release here soon. It's a little side project, but it's a lot of fun. It's a very rocking band, obviously, with the participants.
So what sound? How would you describe the sound of that?
The sound post-punk rock and roll, I suppose.
Cool. And vocal-wise?
Well, the singing is shared by Brian and Wayne. They kind of collaborated on all the songs, and they share vocals, so it's kind of like the punk rock Everly Brothers, maybe.
Hot. And also, you mentioned that you're working on a new Blondie project. Tell us a little bit about that.
We started the new Blondie record in November in New York City, and took a break for Christmas, and due to go back and keep working on it. I think it's going to be a bit of an arduous process this time around. We're hoping for a summer release, but I think it's not going to be until the fall. So I'm Beyond Records, and Craig Leon, who produced our last record, is producing it, and we're all looking forward to it, but a lot of stuff has happened. You know, it's interesting. I always knew we'd get back together, and now that we've done it, it's almost like, I don't want to say it's anticlimactic, but it was like kind of like I always had that in the back of my head, kind of kept me kind of going for a long time. Now that we've done it, it's like the other side of the coin now. It's the other side of the dream of what it would be like to get back together. But we're still having a good time with it, and we're still all writing a lot of songs and really happy with the way things are going. I'm going to continue for a while.
On this new Blondie album, is everybody sharing in the songwriting?
Chris Stein and Debbie Harry and Jimmy Destry, our keyboard player, are the main songwriters, but we all contribute. I wrote a couple of songs on the last album, co-wrote a couple, and continue along that way, but it really depends on what the best songs are, really, in the end. We'll have different ways of working. Chris is very conceptual, Jimmy's kind of more pop, rock and roll, and I kind of work along those lines too, so it all comes together in the mix.
All right, Clem, thanks for being on the Blairing Out with Eric Blair show.
The Blairing Out show.